Here we are again, debating another spending package that does absolutely nothing to address our $22 trillion national debt. The bill before us today proposes to spend $24.5 billion, which is more than $1.4 billion over last year's total. This puts us further down the path toward busting the budget caps. I respect my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, but I sincerely worry that they do not understand the dangers that lay ahead with these bloated spending packages. Here's a glimpse. Our children will face a less prosperous future, and our national security will be needlessly threatened through the inevitable sequestration that results from busting the budget caps. My amendment is simple. It would reduce non-defense spending in this bill by 14%, which is the level needed to avoid the outcome that I just described. There is no reason that Washington can't do what American families do each and every day, which is living within their budget. I urge my colleagues to support this common sense amendment with that. A few $1 billion here, a few $1 billion there, $25 billion over there. Eventually it adds up. And that's why the American people are demanding now more than ever for their nation's leaders to do something about a $22 trillion and growing national debt. Mr. Chairman, we're running out of time to put our fiscal house in order. Deficits will soon top $1 trillion and grow to nearly $2 trillion over the next decade. My constituents back home in Northeast Indiana see this reckless spending and ever-growing national debt, and they ask me every time I go home, are you serious? It's a valid question, Mr. Chairman, and I honestly don't know what to tell them when we have spending bills like the one before us that spends more than ever before on this particular division, just like the other 7 divisions that we voted on previously. I've offered this amendment now 7 times, 7 other times in addition to today, in an attempt to prevent sequestration and the devastating effects that it will have on our nation's military. Our national security is dependent upon the state of our fiscal house, and unfortunately, these spending bills do nothing to protect the security and prosperity of our nation. I urge my colleagues to support my amendment to cut 14% of non-defense spending in this bill to rein in out-of-control spending. With that, Mr. Chairman, I'll yield back the remainder of my time.